So my name is Damien Donnellan. I'm the Education and Exhibitions Assistant here at Galway City Museum. So I would be involved in the development of temporary exhibitions along with the installation of some exhibitions, guided tours. So I co-curated this exhibition, A Triumph of Unconscious Beauty, Images of the Claddagh. The exhibition covers Claddagh from the late 19th to the early 20th century. It includes maps, images, paintings, sketches of the village from artists and photographers who've come to view the beauty of the old Claddagh fishing community. So the Claddagh was a unique fishing village adjacent to the urban centre of Galway. The first period it was mentioned was early 13th century. It's interesting the fact that it grew up and developed separately from the urban centre of Galway. So it is on the west banks of the River Corrib. The Corrib divides the urban centre of Galway and the old fishing village of Claddagh, not just by the river itself, but culturally, through language, through tradition, and through rule of law. The Claddagh had their own way of life. Their economy was centred on fishing. They had their own king, who would have been an elected member of the community, generally a senior fisherman. They were self-sufficient effectively up until the early 20th century. It was a major draw to a lot of people and artists and illustrators who were interested in the ethnographic aspect of the community. Between the First World War and unfortunately an outbreak of tuberculosis in the 1920s led to a rapid decline of the community, and it was then decided by the Urban Council in Galway at the time that the dwellings were too unhealthy and unsanitary, and so they began to demolish the buildings and replace them with more modern council housing. Last year we got funding from the Regional Museums Fund in which to develop a model of the old Claddagh village. So we commissioned the model to display the unique nature of the community and of the village itself, the thatched cottages, whitewashed walls and irregular roads of the village. It's widely renowned generally through the Claddagh Ring, but I find oftentimes a lot of people don't realise that it was a unique, interesting fishing village with their own way of life, their own style of dress, and I think we really needed to show that in comparison or in juxtaposition to what we would see now as a modern urban centre in Galway City on the east banks of the river.